Alright guys, so we got a lot going on today. You see we're draining this tank here. I am moving this 55-gallon quarantine down to this bottom 75 down here. We got the salt water churning over, carrying over the live rock. Meanwhile, a lot of these tanks, they're all getting water changes here. This one's almost full. Every single tank was drained. We got some community service here helping out. So we are doing many different things at the same time. Went ahead and took some of them plants we picked up. I got some here in Tesla's tank. We get more plants in here, it'll starve the algae out, up the water flow as well. And we're going to try and get this tank to look like that instead of this algae covered just basin. That looks real bad here. But we have some more fish going out today as well. But bunch of the big guys, bunch of the small guys. All the pygmy cories should be gone. Some of the jacks and flower horns. But we are definitely making moves here. Alright, some of these tanks are starting to clear out. We got rid of a bunch of the cories and community fish. Over here, my buddy Satish hasn't been over here in a while, but he's got his koi pond. These are actually the last of the shat koi that are actually going out. These are the last 11. So this is... It's done. There is no more shat koi to be had. We just have the ones that we kept, and then everyone that someone picked up over the course of the last, year and a half. And voila, we've got the tank gone. Now opens up the frontal viewing of this 650 again, and definitely makes the place look much better. So that means we have the salt holding tank down here now. I just transferred over the water with the live rock. I didn't do none of the sand, and we're just gonna have this as a quarantine tank. I got some RO water mixing up now, so we can go ahead and fill this tank the rest of the way and get it at the right specific gravity with the current salt content that's in this tank now. I try and matched it with my reef tank over here, so if I ever needed to, I can split these guys up if I need. But this is all working in preps to get this reef tank into the 150. I also added in a couple of plants here. We had all these different types of anubias attached to rocks and whatnot. Added that in there. The big sword, it kind of got burned a little bit from being out of the water for too long in transport. Added in that big guy back there. This one attached to the rocks here. So adds back in some more variety to this tank, and I keep trying to divvy them up and get more plants on the system as I possibly can. I got this plant in there as well as this plant in there. Gives these guys more of the natural environment that they like and thrive off of. I just let nature take its course and let the stuff grow. I mean, it's good for the fish. The fish love it. They grow quick. It doesn't bother me, and each tank gets their own little personality to it. Some of my tanks are sterile, some of them have driftwood wooden plants, but nonetheless we are making moves. I do have some bad news though. I ended up having to pull my one female in here because she was getting picked on a bit too much. So let's go take a look at her and see what I'm talking about, because when you are breeding rays, sometimes you will get a male that just will not leave them alone, and then your other rays kind of just pick on them. So I pulled her out of here. You can see her disc right there is a bit hurt, so I've got her in here. I'm actually doing another water change on this tank and going to put some medication in this water just to help her heal a bit faster. We caught this at an early stage, so I'm not really concerned about it. But let's go ahead and take a look back here as well. You can see her back claspers there are hurt a little bit as well. That's why I went ahead and pulled her. That male really did a number on her last night. So we want to just make sure that she is better and thriving. Okay, just even after 10 minutes, medication in, tank's almost full. She is looking way less stressed, but now you can kind of see now that her disc is down, that male was really going after her pretty bad. And once they start getting super stressed, they'll start, acting like they have disc curl. And then once it gets to a bad point, you'll see a big divot starting in between the middle of her eyes. That is a sure sign of stress. It's best to remove them. You always have to be careful of this when it comes to your rays starting to breed. Sometimes you'll get a male that'll just keep going after her and going after her and going after her. I want to say I know the male was going after her because I've seen him, but I didn't want to take that chance just in case. What if it was another ray that was doing this to him and I didn't catch it, and I removed the male thinking it was him, and it turned out to be another female or the other male. So I just thought it was best to remove her, let her heal up in here for a week or two, and then that'll probably give me enough time to move all the fish that I need and get these rays set up. I can also build some baskets. I can, build baskets in here. I can do one portion of the 650 and have the rays in here. I can divide it in half and have a pair on each side. Not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but these catfish do need to come out of here. They are starting to get super big. Same thing with my datinoid. He is a showpiece right now. He's about 18, 19 inches long, and he hardly gets any attention. But let's take a look at quarantine, see everything that left. I wasn't filming, but this tank is virtually empty. Same thing down there, only have a couple Pacu. Everything that was in this tank was gone, even that albino Pacu. He found himself another home. Bottom tank's empty, bottom tank's empty. Most of them flower horns are gone, as well as in here. I got rid of almost everything, including our little jelly cat. He found himself a home. He's no longer in here. So I don't have too much left to rehome, and I just have the big boys left. So those are a little bit harder to find homes for, but we do our best, and I definitely have a bunch more heading out here soon. Hopefully next month. It depends when they get them tanks rolling up in Michigan. Then this tank will be cleaned out for sure, as well as a couple other ones. And then I can, have some fun moving some tanks around. Even get that 750 back to us as well. I might be able to put some rays back in there too. I'm not sure. But I got to dive in this pond and check something out. I had someone in this pond diving the other day. We do offer it as a part of tours. If you guys aren't aware, I do have open hours now on Saturday, 12 to 4. If you guys are interested, go ahead and message us and we will set that up. And we also do private tours by appointment. But he was in here and he told me that he lifted up one of those logs and he's seen a whole clutch of baby tiger shovel nose. So I got to get in there and find out for myself, because I have not seen them, and that would be pretty cool if it did. So I got to get my diving gear on and see what I can find. You guys know this was my Pleco tank. Also have the albino whales and a African tiger scat in here. But I've been redoing the scape on here. I've been making different caves all over for all these different Plecos to have their own hides, and they seem to be liking it a lot more. Pulled all of the plastic decorations out besides these two here, which I can actually probably do that now and not have to worry about it. I did leave these two in, however, they look real, and my two cactus Plecos, the scarlet cactus, love them, so I had to leave them in, and I just made some caves out of them as well, stacked some rocks on each side and made some caves. I'll continue to form this tank and make it better for them. I want to actually put in maybe some of them gyres or some wave makers and make this a stream style tank, get some current in there, give some enrichment for the Plecos. That royal right there is starting to put on some size. But everyone is doing great in this tank as well. If he's still here, oh, nope, he moved. So my goonch, he goes from behind that log, and he was sitting right here just a minute ago. I was going to give you guys a look-see at him, but sadly, he moved back. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on what I am doing around the rescue as I'm doing it. Trying to get this room straightened up as well. As you can see, I got all that stuff moved in front of the Dwight Howard tank. Next is that pathway. But we are definitely making moves. That tank is now empty of all them baby koi, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do with them 3 tanks now. I'm still not sure, but we will definitely find out here soon. Thought I'd give one last little update on this girl. 24 hours later, all the skin's starting to slough off, and you can just see the wounds a bit better. But she ate last night, she ate tonight, but I got another idea for you guys. And it involves this salt tank out here. I haven't even pitched this to my dad yet, but you know, we've been waiting to get this 265 set up, and we've got this problem with the cement here. They can't come and do that work until the springtime, and that'll ever stop us from ever redoing HVAC in here. And I'm kind of wanting to lean against that. So I have 2 ideas. One idea is, you guys see this little seating area over here, and you see the side of that tank, and it kind of looks bad. If we move this couch and put it somewhere else, so we take it out to the back deck, we get a 2 foot, 7 foot wide. It comes out right here on the couch, and then you could have like a Peninsula 265 right there. Same space. You would actually gain a bit more walk room to get back to the couch there, and you would be able to see it from 3 sides, and you would basically have that black 265 right here. And it would carry on to the theme, and I'm going to theme out all of these tanks here, at least the stands. Think it would look more cohesive. That's idea 1. Then idea 2, if we move that tank from there, I can essentially take this crap, put it over there, and set the tank up in front of the railing right there, and basically block the view of our storage of our FX filters down there, and then clean this walkway up. That is idea number 2. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and that would also kind of be cohesive. We've got the 90-gallon salt there. If I turn this into my tide pool tank, which I'm liking that idea, 265 there and there. We've got the RODI set up in there. I'm about to mount it to the wall, and then we're going to run the lines out here. So I'll have a fillable ROD line ran to each tank, and then I'll have the exhaust ran into the Stingray tank in there. So anytime the ROD kicks on, then we're also putting fresh, clean water into the Stingrays. So that is a win-win for everyone involved. Let me know in the comments which idea you like better. Option 1, we set it next to that tank. Option 2, we set it over here in front of this banister. And that would essentially negate the whole idea of transforming the tank up front into the saltwater reef tank, as well as we can get that 265 set up right now. Same space, just moving things around a little bit. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll catch you in the next one. As always, stay fishy, my friends.